Is there a possibility of another Galwan type incident happening along the border? Can an all out war happen between India and China? Are we prepared?
I think as far as India is concerned, its effort is to avoid conflict. Uh, so we will be looking for different ways, I'm sure. But if conflict comes upon us, then of course, so be it, will be the attitude. I mean, then we will have it out. I don't think the Chinese will be able to just have an easy uh, victory. In fact, I don't think there will be a victory. There will be a bloody nose. It will be a damaging conflict if it becomes an all out situation. But as far as we are concerned, I think we have mobilized, we've taken a lot of steps. And one of the reasons for the pause that we are seeing is that the Chinese must be recalibrating their plans and what to do.
Sir, India banned a large number of Chinese apps after the Galwan incident. Chinese have been kept uh, Chinese have been kept off the 5G contract as well. How much impact has dealing economic blows had on both the countries?
I think these steps were overdue. The banning of Chinese companies from participating in the 5G is a very good sign, because already our telecommunication sector, which is a critical sector, uh, has been penetrated. They are controlled basically by Huawei and ZTE, both are Chinese companies. So even while on the surface we have Indian companies which are the vendors, behind the scenes, the backroom operations, the computer operations are done by these two companies on a subcontract. So you can imagine that surveillance, eavesdropping, disruption of telecommunications is something that they can do quite easily. So I'm glad that 5G, which is a communications platform of the future, they are not involved in it. Secondly, by banning the apps, etc., there has been an even economic cost to the Chinese, and the Chinese have been eyeing the huge Indian market. There are over 600 million or 700 million users in India of all these apps and of Facebook, Twitter, etc. So these companies have a large stake here, and the message to them is, if we don't have friendly relations, if there is a security threat from them, then India will take action. That is what has happened. But of course, trying to insulate our critical sectors is going to take a lot of time.
Sir, where are we with regard to India-China relations? 1 year since Galwan. What's the way forward?
Well, I think the first thing we have to understand is that there is no trust between the two. The Chinese have ensured that we can't trust them. They have disregarded every agreement and confidence building measure that was set up with great difficulty. So there is no trust. Whatever happens now, we'll have to feel our way. We'll have to see how, what steps are coming. And I personally don't feel or don't think that there will be unilateral moves by India. So there will have to be equal moves or reciprocity by the Chinese, and it is only then that things can move ahead. What we read in the Chinese media about the gratuitous advice that they give us about trying to that we should be friends, etc., leave the border aside, that's a very convenient kind of argument. It is that we can do what we like to you, but you have to listen to us as to how to proceed further. I think that is not the way that things are going to be. So China will have to uh, start negotiating on an equal platform, and only then can it hope that things can move forward. Let me just add here that China has very few friends today. They have only two, Pakistan and North Korea.
Thank you, sir, for giving us your time.
Thank you.